Let's switch gears now and take a moment to really dive into the PCB tools. As I mentioned in the introduction, historically the process of designing a board had been one stage of what's at least a two-stage process, if you consider schematic capture and PCB layout as each being one of those stages. And the quality of the design transfer and synchronization of data between these stages has been only as good as the intermittent files that have been used to pass the data. Altium Designer approaches this problem in a unique way, in that we view this as a singular design challenge. The result is a range of tools that'll impact your design and review processes in ways never before possible. The simple cross-probing features, for example. Using the Navigator panel, I have visibility into the entire design across both schematic and PCB. Holding Alt and clicking on anything in the Navigator, whether component, net, pin, highlights that object or group of objects in both editors. Now imagine the improvements in simple design reviews when, as engineers and PCB designers, you can more easily collaborate to review a design. And then there's cross-selection. With this cross-select mode, anything I select in schematic becomes selected in PCB. Using the PCB command arrange within rectangle, you can then simply select your components and quickly group those objects in the PCB editor for rapid placement. After all, generally the components in schematic are already arranged as they should be in PCB, so why not leverage that organization to make laying out your boards faster? There's even a buffer that stores components in the order they're selected. Then using the PCB command, reposition selected components, retrieves each component from that buffer, adding it to the cursor. So, for example, if I use the Shift key to select multiple objects, each object gets added to the placement buffer in the order they were selected. Now I use reposition selected components and I can place those components in the same order. This promises to dramatically reduce the time spent fishing for components in a pile along the side of the PCB. Rather, you get to spend your time focusing more on the designs and the high-quality boards that you want to produce.